Yes. Yes. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we are live. And just want to say welcome to the Not Near Mint Show, everybody. It is the end of the third week of October, and tonight we're going to be talking about the comic book burnings from 1945 to 1956 as a direct result from culture war fear-mongering until congressional hearings forced the comics code into existence. Well, it's called the Comic Book Burning Project. We will also be showing some back issues that we all picked up for this week after the show when we start the top 10 wildest value changes in a very DC heavy list. But first and most importantly, this is the moment that you've all been waiting for. That's right. It's Friday, you bastards.
The internet brings comic fans around the world into one comic book community. Comic creators and comic fans, tonight you are seen, heard, recognized. Because comics are for everyone. Live from Miami, Florida, broadcasting around the world, this is the Not Near Mint Show.
And so welcome to the show, everybody. It's midway through the month. It's still Halloween month, and we're going to be talking about another very scary subject, and that's the subject of the possibility that we could be taken down at any time for any reason just because of the whim of the government. They might just decide to go, hey, cat! Yeah, and something like that could happen. So that's just a parody. That didn't happen for those people just joining us here tonight. But I don't know. How's everybody's week been?
Fantastic. I'm excited to talk about comics. Unfortunately, we're going to do it with this Canadian here. But other than that, everything should be good.
Okay, then. Yeah, that sums it up. Michael of the North, Mr. Burning Man.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to talk about how we're back in the 50s. All the best part of the 50s.
I don't have a lot of 50s comics. In fact, there's 0 of them in the top 10 because this is all based off of my 29,411 books. Oh, Lord, am I a hoarder or a collector at this point? Don't answer that. Please don't answer that. Should we just...
You're a hoarder.
Top 10? I am a hoarder. I'd like to say I'm a hoarder with cooler stuff, but really...
It's not hoarding when it's comics, man. It's collecting.
That is true. Especially when you have a gargoyle cat over here like this to protect them all. We call him Max.
Or murder them as soon as you place them on a precariously perched shelf.
I'll just let everybody know, yes, this video might be inappropriate for some users. This is why we always throw up the banners where we kind of like to let you know, yeah, warning, this is not for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. We are going to be talking about some portions of history that people might not really appreciate much, which is the burning of comic books. But first, let's just jump right into the top 10. We'll try and get through this real quickly and let you know what's been going on lately in the realm of comic books. So here we go. This is the third week of October. And in this week, we're going to be talking what happened. What happened is out of these 29,000 comics, I run this through CLZ. If you have CLZ linked up with CovrPrice, it'll spit out a list every time you hit the value update button, just like how Michael is showing you right over here. And we're going to start off with the bottom 5 crashes, the ones that dropped the most. And as you see, the one that dropped the most so far this week is Batman number 251. First Bronze Age appearance of the Joker by Neil Adams returned to being a homicidal maniac. This thing came out in 1973 and a fine, very fine. It dropped $67. It was a $533 book this week. But as Michael and I were talking about this before the show started, this is not rare. And if you probably hit up a few homes with maybe an estate sale, maybe somebody died and you can get these for pennies on the dollar and be just like Aaron Myers saying, I got this for $1.
I don't believe him. He says everything he got for $1. That can't be possible.
But with Aaron, it's true. And why? Because he sells comics. So people bring him stuff. So when he says, I got this for 20 cents, I got this for $20, it's because he bought a whole bunch of this stuff and it just sort of calculates out that way.
Okay.
Now, here we have Incredible Hulk 141, first appearance of Doc Samson. Hasn't really been showing up a lot lately in comics, or if he has, it's not really moving the needle because this 1971 book, very fine minus. It dropped $42. It is now a sub $100 book in higher grade. You can now get this for $96, or at least somebody did this week on eBay.
Did he ever appear in the Marvel movies?
I don't know. No.
Okay.
Which is strange because right in the middle of all this Immortal Hulk, you wound up, he should have been in the movie. We all thought he'd be in the movie, and then it just never happened. Like Tigra and Adam, Legend of Blue Marvel, all of them that we thought, they're going to be in a movie. Spec, FOMO. It never happened. That's Spec. Or maybe not.
He's a good foil for the Hulk because he can put up a good fight with the Hulk, but he's not trying to kill the Hulk.
And he's a psychologist, so he should be able to help him. But now we're going to be diving right into Infernal Hulk, where it's not even Bruce Banner anymore. It's just some manifestation of evil. But I guess we'll find that out next month when Infernal Hulk finally drops. I still haven't read the last few issues, but I read the last issue, final page. It's a fist coming up like this, just like Doomsday. And then it shows the cover for the next book, and that's all you get. So moving on, number 8, What If Punisher? There's a first Punisher Spider-Man character in this, but apparently people didn't really care as much, or whoever was selling it didn't care as much.
Oh, it's cool. That's a good book.
I know I paid $20 for it way back when, a while after it came out. This came out in 2018, near mint copy. I got it for $20 in maybe 2020. Probably not the best year to be buying comics, to be honest. But this dropped $38 this week. Somebody got this for $2.
Woo!
Dang, boy!
Now, if you think this is bad, wait till you see this, because Miracleman, I know he just picked this up recently in a much better copy, but the copy that's coming up next is much lower condition. Action Comics number 261. This is the first appearance of Streaky the Cat. It's Supergirl's pet. Now, this thing here is not in the best of condition. I'd probably clock this at a 2.0, if at best. I mean, the thing's not in the greatest condition. It has been loved very much so, but they must have loved it a little too much, because it dropped $34, and this 1960 book, somebody got online for $1.
That's
$1,
insane. That's insane. Look, I'll tell you right now, that book is not that difficult to find in the $40 to $60 range, and it is massively undervalued right now. Massively undervalued. If you're looking for Superman books to get, that is 100% one to get.
Hey, Jeff, and this is my buddy also from BlueSky, along with Gabriel. Hey, gentlemen. And we also had Whack Comics. I sent him a link. If Whack is coming on this show, planning to actually set a book on fire, I sent him a link. Absolutely do it. But since he lives in Australia, please don't sue us because you live in another country.
I think it's about 9 a.m. there. So, yeah.
So he should be wide-eyed and bushy-tailed on a Saturday morning, right? Maybe.
Should be. Get in here, Whack.
Come on, Whack. Come on, Ray.
Do they have any animals with bushy tails in Australia? It's all snakes.
Actually, every single thing they have in Australia is both
has a bushy tail,
bushy-tailed, and wants to murder you. Spiders, bushy-tailed, wants to murder you. Squirrels, bushy-tailed, wants to murder you. Birds, bushy-tailed, wants to murder you.
I think pretty much everything in Australia wants to kill you, so I would just stay away from Australia unless you live there. In which case, I'm sorry.
Whack doesn't want to kill us, but only 50% of the Australians I know don't want to kill me.
That's also fair. Hey, here's somebody that wants to kill everybody. Here's Absolute Batman #1, the A cover. This thing has dropped this week. This thing was $100 at any given point, but there's plenty of copies available now. It got up to about $80 to $100 as the story was progressing. Many of the regular issues are going for about $20, $30 now.
That shit.
Yeah, that was overpriced.
It was just like
Max, it's a
Spider-Man 1.
$25 book max.
Well, as a matter of fact, you would be accurate because this came out in 2024, dropped $17, and it went for $32 this week, which according to y'all, still a little overpriced, and they did print the hell out of this, and I believe they just solicited on FOC the 9th print.
That's it? Only 9th? I thought it was up to like 12th.
Give it time, it's heading there, but I think the line is running out soon, but we shall see.
2 years. Scott Snyder said he had 2 years on Absolute Batman. He had the story planned out, and he's got a commitment for his 2 years. So we're gonna get 2 years of Absolute, and that universe might go the way of Ultimates there, gang.
And Ultimates is wrapping up right now. They're all going to be ending at, I think, issue 24 or so. So probably similar will be happening soon. Just give it enough time. Like anything, give it enough time, and some of these drop when the spotlight of the top 10 looks their eye elsewhere. And that's when you get it for less, like something else I got this week. But those are the ones that dropped. Now, these are the ones that finally went up. And I know Lady Fantastic will like number 5, because number 5 is Phantom Stranger number 14.
What?
This is a Swamp Thing prototype. Classic Neil. See? We got twinsies over here. So this thing went up this week. Just a bit. So it came out in 1971, a very fine minus copy. Went up by $43. It's not like this has a first appearance that somebody really needs. This is just one of those. There's an amazing cover, and up from the entire run, there's certain issues that it's just kind of necessary to have if you're trying to get the Phantom Stranger run, and this is one of them. And you will be paying more for this one, probably even more than the first issue, or even issue 10.
Bro, especially in nice condition.
Why did you erase Phantom Stranger from the cover, though? What did you do that for?
I didn't like the way he looked. I did it too.
Oh, I just cut that out with an X-Acto knife, as one does.
Not a good idea.
Probably not. You know, we mutilate our comics every now and then when it's not up to snuff, right? Isn't that what we all do?
Exactly.
It's nice to be validated.
Sometimes we burn them en masse when we can't handle different ideas.
Yikes. We're crazy around here. Well, another one went up this week, and I'm guessing this is mostly due to probably Halloween, but honestly, I can't really figure it because the TV series was, it reminds me of Smallville. Do you want to watch a TV show about Superman or Moon Knight? It's like, sure. Do you want to watch like 10 seasons before he even shows up for about 3 seconds total for the whole series of Superman? No, I don't want to watch that. Hey, do you want to watch Moon Knight fight some like really crazy powerful dogs? Yeah, well, we're going to cut away from that. Well, in any case, came out in 1975, a very fine copy, up $50. Somebody paid $955. Back in 2021, this was a $1,000 plus book, but not as of right now. So if people are looking for this, just wait till a little bit after Halloween. And next week, I'm going to be doing a comic collecting tip number 11, and that will be for the best times to buy comics, and you're going to be surprised what the answer is.
Today is always the best.
You know what's crazy? What an odd character to introduce in a werewolf book.
I mean, full moon, he turns into a werewolf, and here's the avatar of the moon.
Silver.
We're reaching here. We're reaching.
No, I'm not reaching. I read the comic. That's why it was.
You're reaching.
No, I'm not reaching. There's no reach.
I'm reaching because at least I have it.
I'm a pterodactyl.
Which is why I show it.
No reach.
Tyrannosaurus, you fucking fool.
Oh, good Lord.
Nope. Stop talking. Go to jail.
All right, so if we're reaching for that, maybe y'all want to reach for this next, because I now have the explanation for why this number 3 is going back up in price, and it's shocking to be sure. Number 3 is Robin's number 2. That's Robin's plural. This is the Nick Robles Workout Thirst Trap for Dick variant. So why is this book near mint up $54? This was $100 book about half a year ago. It's crawling back up again, just like a lot of these sweater weather variants from 2022, along with a lot of Dan Mora books. Why are they going?
They're like thirst covers.
Yeah, but it's not comic book people necessarily that's buying them all. I just learned who is buying this and just going, I don't care how much it costs.
Yeah,
I need this for my video. Who's getting this? Book Talk ladies.
Cliff.
Book Talk.
I mean, Cliff too, of course.
You guys.
Does anybody know what Book Talk is? I think I explained this a little bit the other week. So Shoe on Head just did a recent video where she was talking about this book that Book Talk ladies seem to really appreciate. It's called Morning Glory Milking Farm. Please don't look that up. But it's
Just
about
got
a
that out
poor
of my
young
head
woman.
in therapy. And why did you bring it back into my head?
Because of some dick. Sorry, I'm not jerking them off. But she'd want to, but only in if Dick had a head of a bull, because it's about spicy books. It's not about good books. It's about spice. So some of the Book Talk ladies are paying ungodly amounts of money for like this, for the World's Finest 35 that has Batman and Superman shirtless. And they're trying to show that on their book talks, going, hey, not only do we have spicy books, we have these spicy comic book covers. I watched a couple of them and went, okay, well, I guess that makes sense. Who's buying these for like $120? Because this thing, $110 up 54. And if you find these in dollar boxes, pull them out, put them online, put it to investment use for other books. Or keep them and hoard them and know that maybe it'll stay up there, or likely drop after the Book Talk. Or give it to Cliff. Cliff
It
Light.
objectifies men, and it sets a.
I love that because you don't get objectified enough. So,
but women will expect to see that, and it's just unachievable. It's unachievable.
No, it's just. I mean, yes, but you need to be objectified. You're just a thing to be used. Man,
no penis, yes, but
yeah, a sitting link says, I like that, except instead of a 6-pack, just a big beer belly. That's coming next. This is the bear variant.
One of my favorite lines ever from a movie is in The Big Lebowski, where it was like, you treat objects like women, dude. It's like, fuck.
Thank you, lady. Continue being a trophy. I'm kidding. No. Oh, God, that sounded horrible.
Yeah.
Well, if you thought this was bad.
Y'all's Vanna White, bitch.
More objectification, because number 2 is Hawkman number 4, first appearances. And she's not even on the cover. Instead, you get another thirst trap of Carter Hall.
I'm bird
Satana Banana.
Man, she doesn't even appear on a cover until like the Atom, and it's only a head. Ugh. Well, this thing here went up this week, $59, 1964 book, fine condition, $516. This is a bit more rare compared to other books because Hawkman was not Superman, it was not Batman, it was not Spider-Man, it's fucking Hawkman.
Fucking Hawkman, man.
For years, you could go through like 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You could get the whole series pretty easily, but this one was always missing, and this pretty much is why. They're going up a little bit more, just like a lot of the horror books from the Bronze Age, but this is always and likely will be as long as you keep her in fishnets. When they took her out of fishnets, this dropped. So just keep Zatanna in fishnets, and we will all be happy. Or else.
All right, next.
What was her first cover? What was her first cover one?
You're only on number 2? Come on.
What?
Number 1 is the last one.
Okay.
Run away.
Her first actual cover was Green Lantern. I think it was issue 20.
So like Justice Society of America that you first.
She finally appeared in the Justice League in that, but first it was this cover, then it was Adam, I think 19, and then Green Lantern like 20 something.
I think it's Adam.
Yeah, Adam is where she's ahead. What are we looking at there?
I don't know.
Mom, this is like I told you.
Okay,
It's
just love it.
I'm just a bitch. I'm being a bitch. No, I'm not. It's my little. So it's a vial of tritium, which is H3, which is protonated hydrogen.
Is that an isotope of hydrogen?
It reacts. Yeah, it's an isotope of hydrogen, and when it reacts with the phosphor that's coating the glass inside, so it glows at dark at night. Well, in the dark.
As long as it's not radium, I think we're okay. And as long as you have air at the end of the night.
It's like harmless. It's like
which isotope of carbon am I looking for when I'm carbon dating things?
14.
Not 13? Okay.
I guess they just count down from there. All right, number 1. Fighting 5, number 40. Why is this number 1? Because the Peacemaker series just wrapped up. Brought to you Checkmate. So it was not exactly a very high suspense episode, but it did introduce a setup for, well, there's probably not going to be a season 3 of Peacemaker because he's in another world. Sorry if I spoiled that a little bit, but Salvation Run went from $1 book to $20 to $30 book, but don't buy that for $30.
Jeffrey Fonzo knows what I'm
talking about. I can
about.
whack you all. Where's Whack?
Yeah,
don't do that.
Is the back of the cover like dark green? And she's in fishnets. I'm pretty sure. Nothing.
She's talking about Zatanna still.
We're still on the fishnets. I would still be on the fishnets.
You know what's crazy is before Suicide Squad, that was a $40 to $60 book all day long.
In this condition, you could have found it for $10.
Yep.
Shit.
Yep.
And why? Because he was just called Toilet Bowl Head Man. Nobody really thought of him as a serious character, even though he was in Vigilante, he was in Checkmate. He's been around since Crisis.
I loved the guy who played Vigilante and how they played him.
He's great. Yeah,
was the most lovable mother lover, and I haven't even watched the finale of Vigilante yet. Or sorry, Peacemaker. My bad.
I was just spoiling some of that there. Sorry about that.
50% more Vigilante in the second season. I was very disappointed by how little Vigilante there was, actually.
Oh, yeah?
When he got to meet himself, that was the best part of the series.
Yes, they were so funny.
Did they do a Spider-Man meme? Did they go Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah.
They did. They actually did.
And then I loved it when they were like, "But I hate Peacemaker, this guy or whatever," and he's like, "I love him. He's my best friend."
It's like, wait, why? Oh, you're in Nazi land.
Yeah.
Well, the series just ended. Likely they're going to be going into Checkmate next. It might not have had a very high impact end, but it does have a lot of potential for the rest of the DC universe going forward. So people have been picking this up. This thing was down for a few months. 1966 book, very good plus, $85 at Rose. Somebody got this for $342. If you just wait a little while, maybe 6 weeks, because again, as I always say, this list is, hold on, Michael. This list is intended to help collectors and readers determine if they should look for a book or series online or wait 6 weeks. If it's still up, wait 6 months to acquire it. And by then, if it hasn't come down, you might as well just buy it right away because it's not likely to come down anytime soon. All right, and you can go back to the clicking there. All right, those are the top 10. So who wants to start off showing some books today?
I know Michael does.
What?
Oh, I know he does.
I agree.
Okay.
Let's see those Frozen comics.
Okay.
I got.
You know, I love Garcia Lopez. This might be a cover by him. So that's why I got it.
I think it might be.
Ooh,
I think it is.
I need to get that.
It tells you right above the
I know.
barcode. Why don't you look?
Look above the barcode.
I think it says Giancarlo.
Yes, it says Lopez and Giordano.
Dick Giordano, yeah.
First team up of these guys is not what this is, but
okay.
Regardless.
You know what's funny? Giordano might have actually worked on that Fighting 5 too.
Oh.
He worked for Charlton. That's where he started.
That is funny.
Oh. You know what's funny? That you're considered funny in Canada. Now that's funny.
I make $200,000 a year making people laugh. That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it's Canadian dollars, so it's like $6.
Yeah, it's like 1789.
And it's got fucking ducks on it. So what does it matter?
And it's called a loon.
Superman Family is a really fantastic series.
It is. Why is
It
it
really is.
backwards?
It just looks like that to you. That's what they should do with Action Comics. Action Comics should be Superman Family.
Yeah.
Conceptually. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it should be.
164.
Is it just me? Does that bag look like it's been sitting in a dusty bin for 20
Yes.
years?
Is that wrong?
It just
No.
that
Not
looks
wrong.
like you love
It's
it.
just
That
the
looks
way
like
you
you love
found
that
it.
comic. That's
I
how
got
you
it from
found
a
it.
dollar bin, so that's why
Yeah.
they're so
That's
yucky.
checks
Yeah.
out.
All signs point to that's accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I like
I
this
love
one.
those, man. Those
So-
are nice looking too. Those are usually a little rough.
That's canon. They got married. That's
Hot
canon.
damn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kurt Schaffenberger. I'll do him all day long.
Would you?
He's a corpse. Why not?
Schaffenberger actually got to work on Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
One of the last, the final Silver Age Superman story. One of Alan Moore's very few Superman stories.
And then I picked up these were cheap too. So
Shut up! That shouldn't be cheap.
yeah.
Oh wait, is that a Canadian price variant, or you
Yeah.
just call that a price variant? A
Is
price?
would this be a Canadian?
No.
Do they count
No,
this?
that's not Canadian. No,
Okay.
that's American. You got an American price variant.
And then poor Steve Austin. What's he gonna? No, Steve Trevor. Sorry,
Jesus
Wait.
Christ, this fucking.
Steve Austin's the Bionic Man.
He's
But
also.
don't
Stone
worry,
Cold.
guys. He died. Don't worry. He's dead. Don't even worry about it.
Good God, this son of a bitch.
At
What's
least
her
it's
name?
not like Peter David where he died in debt.
Hey, you really hit the jackpot on those Wonder Womans. They're really great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're really nice looking.
How
Perez
much did
runs
you find
wonderful.
those? Were they $1 a piece?
I think that no, they were the $2 bin. $2.
What? You got a Wonder Woman #1 for $2? I mean, I have like 4 copies, and I paid at most $1 for them. But still, $2 is a great deal.
I think I started at 10.
No, that'll happen.
And his name is Ares.
Yeah.
No, that's great. Great cover. Man. Cannot believe they ain't making no more George Perez art.
I like this. But okay, so they're coming out with the absolute edition of Crisis on Infinite Earth, and I might
Yeah.
buckle. I might buckle and get that.
Yeah, it looks good.
That's a great cover.
I might get it myself. That's gorgeous.
Crisis is a fun. I'm so torn with it because the story itself, it's not
First
great,
Cheetah.
but the art is so
Whoa,
amazing.
whoa. You shut your whore mouth.
$2 for that?
Barbara Minerva.
I know,
Oh,
right? That's
wait,
good.
wait.
Oh, then he threw it on the ground. Oh, wait. What? What? You did not get that for $2.
Well, it's not good condition.
You did not get that for $2.
I'm only missing 3 issues of that run.
Strange Suspense? Oh, that's a modern reprint. That should be
Oh, yeah, modern.
It's modern. Okay.
With Punch and Julie.
That was
they were-
reprinted in the 70s.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
the
they
modern.
were-
The moderns are for bitches.
Right. That's,
You can't find the originals.
They're supposed to be traps.
I got
No,
fooled, guys. I
That's-
lost $1 on those.
Oh
Damn it.
dear.
was that
Damn
a
it.
Strange Suspense Stories, or was that, what was that?
This
Second Absolute Crisis, Fazio. Yeah, what is that?
Captain
Strange
Atom.
Suspense Stories?
No, it's Captain Atom.
Captain
No,
Atom.
it's not. Look at the title above it. Strange
Yeah.
Suspense Stories.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is.
Charlton
It's
printed the Captain Atom stories in 2 different series. Okay. I can't remember which one was first. Strange, either Strange
I don't have any of
Suspense
those.
first, and the other one is the reprints. But the reprints were in the 60s, so they're still really old.
And then this
I'll
is
have
the
to look
bad
that
one.
up.
This is what I should throw away. This is what I should burn tonight.
No, you should keep that. You
Okay.
should keep it and love it and read it and
Okay.
you know, do it in the closet where nobody can see you. But do it. And then, self-respecting comic people.
Mutilate myself. Mutilate myself. Got it. Got it.
All right, more comics, lady.
Lady.
You're up.
So I bought 2 well, technically, this is like a couple of weeks old, but I had to get it because it's freaking this.
Oh, that's
it's
so cute.
It's
Oh,
Muppets
That's so
doing
cute.
it.
It's
Like,
not
I
easy
had
being
to.
green.
I had to. Yes.
Oh
Is
my
it
God.
lame? Yes.
I
It's so
love
not
it.
stupid.
lame. It's
No,
awesome.
it's not
It's awesome.
lame.
I had to get
Beautiful.
this.
It's better than the
Um,
original. It's better than the original.
And then, well, calm down. And then I got one of the one
tomorrow.
DC KO blind bag, and I did a pull on it, and it was the Daniel Warren Johnson.
We got the same cover.
Did we?
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's too funny. It's too funny. So yeah, I got that, and
What
then
series is that?
DC KO #1.
Oh, okay, cool.
Line bag. We open all our bags around here.
Yeah. And then here are the back issues. I bought 3 back issues yesterday. One was Weird War Tales 118.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Look at that.
Nice.
I got one of those. That's beautiful.
I don't have one of those.
Gil
That's Gil
Kane bad assery. Boy,
Yeah.
I just love this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like that one. Okay, and then I found this one, a Swamp Thing number 46. Swampy with capes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's an Alan Moore written Crisis on
Yes.
Infinite Earths crossover.
Yes.
Oh.
That book is fucking phenomenal.
Neat. So yeah, speaking of Creature Commando, so when you brought that up, Jeffrey, I was like, oh, I'm gonna show these people. But
He actually, this is the crossover issue where all the heroes are brought to the Monitor's satellite, right? So you have Swamp Thing in a satellite full of superheroes written by Alan Moore. With
It's
Gazette
Dark
and
Justice League Dark.
I mean, it's a little
Before
bit.
Justice League Dark.
It's a little bit.
badass. And then I found this. They had this for $10.99. They had this for $10.99, and I had to get it.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, you get that.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's like, it's worn a little bit. It's not in perfect shape. You can see
And
it's a little
early
bit.
direct.
But like, bro, freaking $10.99. Give it.
I used to try and draw that cover when I was young. Recreate it.
So those were like my pickups, Yeah. Yeah, I got some other stuff I could show, here and there, but like, I've been working on some of my Wonder Woman. Oh, Rob, I was gonna ask. I have 2 of the Volume 1 Wonder Woman 295s.
Ooh.
Nice.
I probably have that. Let me just take a quick look-see.
Yeah.
Is it on your computer? Is that how he? Oh no, he's got it. The app. That's
Yeah, CLZ.
It is the most helpful app available for comic collectors. If people aren't using it, use it or find an app similar to it so you don't buy things 2, 3, 5 times accidentally. If you plan on doing it on purpose. Wonder Woman 295, you say?
Yeah.
I got 289 through 298,
Beauty.
missing 299 and 300, and then spotty after.
Oh, you're missing 300. Oh, that's
No, I got 300. I don't have
Oh,
the
all right.
299.
Oh,
Is that
all
Gene
right.
Colan? Was that a Gene Colan cover?
This one?
No. When she's
Or-
burning up the skeleton.
No.
No.
This is Hannigan and Giordano.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing that Wonder Woman run from issue 200 up,
Oh, are you?
and it is gets a little tough.
Oh, shit. Fuck yeah, it
It's
does.
a little tough, man.
There's issues before 300 that were never reprinted. It's just
Yeah.
difficult to find them. And if you do find them, they're beat all to hell.
Yes.
The Huntress backups,
Some-
even though they're awful, is great.
I have, there's some of these I was, had down here. These
Hey.
aren't all the ones that I have, but these are just some that I
I
have.
remember those.
Yeah, do you? So, and then here we go to
Brian
Ballin.
Villard.
George Perez is the cover artist on that issue. I don't know if it's his first Wonder Woman art, but it is. He is the cover artist on that. 283. Wow, that's great.
That looks like an homage to an early Wonder Woman. Am I right?
Well, if it is or it isn't, she's in bondage, so it's an homage to the first 200 issues of Wonder Woman.
I love this one.
Love Bolland.
Oh
Dude,
my
so
god!
good, right?
Oh, do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it? Did you get it?
What?
Do you have the Adam Hughes? So this is part of the Adam Hughes run. The Adam Hughes run of Wonder Woman covers, really tough to find. There's one that's way more expensive than others. This one peaks a little bit. I wonder if you can tell why.
Peeking.
No, I don't.
There's a Golden Age Wonder Woman meeting a Modern Age Wonder Woman. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, Rob got that. I remember him.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
I
got
that
that one myself.
I need to get that one.
When he got it.
It's tough. It's a tough one. Oh man, you just don't see these Elvira books.
Yeah, I have a couple upstairs, but these are just some other ones.
I've got like 3 or 4 of them. I have maybe a dozen of the Claypool issues. You know, the Claypool Comics run 180 issues of Elvira. It's an insanely long run for like an almost unknown publisher with a pop culture character.
These are what I have for Rob. So I have picked him up.
Nice.
I got him in. Yeah, I just put them in. So this is Bolland or Ballant. Is this Ballant?
Ballant.
Yeah.
Ballant did like the first 70, 60 covers for that run.
One's Claremont right there, bro, on a DC. And look at that. True Romance.
The sexiest steel cover ever.
Strangely enough, I have almost every issue, but every issue is a DC variant, and I don't have those.
Nice.
Yeah, all of these are DC variants. That's why I'm sending them to Rob. They're in his pile. Any DC variants I find, I hit him up, ask him if he's got it, and that's.
It's because I keep all of my DCU variants right up there.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I found a bunch of them. It's fun. Just kind of sniffing them out.
You have an area where you can find them because around the country, there's places where they were out. And then there's places down in Miami where either they were never sent or they were mostly disposed of. And a lot of them were disposed of because they were department store type of copies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I could show these. These are some older ones, though. I think I showed them last week. But just some of the older Wonder Womans.
Nice.
Isn't this one wild? Look, this one doesn't have the DC in it.
No, sure doesn't. That's odd.
It's like a misprint.
Yep.
You do have a misprint.
Isn't that crazy?
Where she was at?
181.
That whole I Ching era, which was just fucking weird, man.
Yeah. Look at him all crinkled down there. And then this one I had showed you guys, the last battle. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's a bit a little wrinkly, but I like it.
You got to scratch out the new because it's not new anymore. So that's
just do a tape pull.
I love this trashy Catwoman outfit. It's so rare.
I think
she's not wearing a domino mask. We're all gonna know she's Selena Kyle.
I think that was the outfit she wore in my Mego. Do you know those action figures from the 70s?
Yeah.
I think that's what she wore in my.
I think it is one of the worst costumes she's ever had.
Is that Dig Giordano? What kind of signature is that? That's DG.
Yeah,
could be Giordano.
That's interesting.
It's a weird Giordano, though. He doesn't sound like that.
Now I want to look at Wonder Woman 202 cover artist. Okay, you can take it off of me. Are those older ones Mike Grail? No.
Mike Grail, yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Dear Internet.
That feels like me at my day job.
Dig Giordano.
Is it? All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He penciled and inked.
Okay. All right. Well,
and Delaney wrote.
Maybe that's why he did it. Maybe that's why he signed it like that, because he was a penciler inker.
He's like, "Doom."
I'm gonna ink pencil.
Yeah.
Run out of new
All right.
stuff.
All right.
You ready, Miracleman?
My
All right.
turn. My
All
turn.
right.
Okay.
All right.
I don't think I showed these yet. I hope I didn't. But if I did, it's been a while. Excuse me.
I'll make the trombone sound if you have.
A little of the old G.I. Joe here, issue 91. I'm getting really close to finishing that original run out. They kept really tough to find.
Which ones are you needing? Like, what does GI Joe go to? 150.
155, and then it picks up with like IDW, and then they're picking up from 300 over at what Image now.
It's a very varied story. So it ran 150 issues. It ended. Image/DDP started a brand new series that was a direct continuation, and all that time passed. It was written by Josh Blaylock, who is now doing a very G.I. Joe-ish book called Disavowed for DDP. You should check it out. Blaylock? Josh Blaylock? I think that's who it was. And so that ran for a while. First Image, and then DDP had it, and I think DDP. I might have to get back to you, Fonzo.
Get into contact with Mr. Fonzo.
Yeah.
Right. Then that was, like I said, direct continuation. Bazooka was in it, but he was like a really out of shape security guard. He was like, I can't come back, guys. I'm too fat. And that ended, and IDW got it, and they said, none of that counts. We're doing issue 150 and a half as a free comic book date book, and that's going to be the direct continuation of the story, and it'll be like no time passed. And that was Larry Hama was brought back to write it.
I like Larry Hama.
And I actually saw Larry Hama right as IDW lost the license. They hadn't announced yet that Image was getting the license, and he said, I already had the first 4 issues written. And get this, when DDP was doing G.I. Joe and he wasn't writing it, he wrote some stuff, which I'm going to show you here in a second, as a matter of fact. He wrote some stuff for DDP, Larry Hama did. He just didn't write the main G.I. Joe title. Believe it or not, DDP never sent Larry Hama a single copy of those G.I. Joe books that he didn't write. Never sent him a single one. Now, Larry did write this, Storm Shadow, for DDP, and this Storm Shadow run is very difficult to get your hands on. One of the lower print run books, even though it was
The
Larry
print
Hama.
runs were all under 3,000 towards the end of DDP.
Sure were.
They were
And I
soliciting things like Chucky issue 2 from volume 2. Never happened.
Never came out.
Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, all these properties just, hey, we're going to put out the first issue and the second issue is coming. Oh, wait, we're going out of business. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I got almost this whole run, 6 out of the 7 issues. I'm missing issue 6, but I got all of those right there.
Let's see, order, Mr. Newsstand.
Right. So those were really nice. Sorry, those are having a hard time standing up. We're going to set those suckers right on down there. And then I got this because I'm trying to pick up all these Punisher Max books. Actually pretty good. That's a good one. Got Dylan Art in there. Here's a fun book from
I tried
Caliber.
sending Lady the entire run of Punisher Max, and it got hauled out by the Postal Service.
Oh, sons of bitches. From Caliber Comics, one of the best Caliber Comics bondage covers I've ever seen. That's for sure. Silver Fawn #1.
Oh, here we go. The smut portion of the evening.
It's not that smutty. That smutty. This here, a Tim Tyler, Tim Vigil book for First Publishing, Zero Tolerance. There we go. There was only ever one issue, so they apparently had zero tolerance of continuing the series.
We have nothing but tolerance here.
Okay, this is a little smutty. Also from Caliber, Cheerleaders from Hell. Look at that.
Aren't they all?
Isn't that gorgeous?
Why would you say
Now,
Give me a D.
Now,
I'm going to run that joke into the ground.
Nobody's giving you a D right now.
I apologize to any cheerleaders listening. You're not all from hell.
Right. Now, check this out. Not my normal kind of book, but I found it for a little over $1. Rock and Roll Comics #1, the Guns N' Roses issue. That is a first printing. They had like 8 printings of that book. Very difficult to find that first printing. I believe Guns N' Roses eventually sent them a cease and desist on that. All of those are unauthorized. All those rock and roll comics unauthorized by Revolutionary Press, I believe it was.
I only learned through Aaron Myers that series was never fully complete because random ass issues just would not be released. So you'd have like 1 through 12 or 13, and then 14. Oh, we got a C and D, so we can't release this. Let's just skip to 15, and then 16, 17. Oh, well, we can't release 19. Move on to 20.
Yep. I just got this in. Check this out. The
Emma
Voice
Frost.
#1. That is a Nathan Zerdy variant cover.
Yeah.
I got that from a little place that I get comics from. And check these out from Dan Parent, same place. Look at that.
Archie.
I
Look at
can't
that.
wait for the next movie.
Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? Now this isn't smutty, but we're gonna get into a little bit darker theme for the rest of my books.
Sitting Link's got something for you there.
Oh, I did hear about this. I did. Thank you, Sitting Links. I did. I didn't see it, but I have heard about it. Check this out. I don't think I shared this. If I did, I'm sorry. I'm going to share it again.
Check it
Here
out.
we have
What's
a
it all
Faust
about?
#1 first printing. Right?
Oh wow.
Check this
9 on the
out.
first page.
Yes, indeed. This is autographed by the Tim Vigil.
Damn.
Very low print run on these. Right? Check it out. Look at that. Mr. Tim Vigil right there. Little autograph.
Printing.
It's a Faust printing. That's true. And it even came with this. Can I show this? Oh, yeah. It even came with this really cool little print. Little poster print. Look at that.
19.
Look at that. Mr. Vigil. Mr. Vigil's work. That is not easy to come by. Got that from the same guy that I got those 2 other Tim Vigil autograph books from just recently. And I paid $1.25 for that book. Also, I paid $1.25 for this first printing of issue 5. And I paid $1.25 for this first printing of issue 4.
You're
I don't have
shithead.
the 5, but I got 4.
That's awesome.
All right, though. Now, same guy, I got these, and I'm not normally a horror guy, you know this, but I got these. Clive Barker's Nightbreed #1.
Yeah. Those are easier to come by.
They're easier to come by. And Clive
First
Barker,
issue.
Tapping the Vein, issue #2. Look
A
at
little
that.
more difficult.
Hold on.
Now, out of everything I've shown you, I'm about to show you the most horrific cover you have ever seen in a modern comic.
Okay.
I don't care if you've read Crossed. I don't care if you've read Verotic. This is going to terrify you more. Ready, everybody?
Yeah.
You might put up a warning real quick. If you're a sensitive viewer, you don't want to see this. Okay?
All right.
All right.
This video might be inappropriate to some viewers. Warning, viewer discretion is advised.
You've been warned, everybody. SpongeBob Comics #49. The most horrific representation of SpongeBob, Squidward, and Patrick you will ever see in your life. Very hard to come by issue.
Can't unsee
Because, let's be honest, SpongeBob comics were kids' comics, and nobody was buying their kid this comic.
that.
And that's why the banger alert is in effect.
Warning, 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 warning. Banger alert, banger alert.
So bear in mind, not only a kid's comic, which is very difficult to come by, but a high-grade kid's comic. And let's be honest, no kid bought this cover.
No.
So if you come across one of these and it's a reasonable price, I have no interest of reading a SpongeBob comic. I'm not normally a guy who just buys based on a cover, but I had to have this book ever since the first time I saw it. And I found this for only $5.
That's reasonable.
That was 100% worth it. 100% worth it. So, and that's it. That's all I got to show.
It's
If you could
beautiful.
find that in a newsstand, even better.
Right. Actually, I lie. I got 2 more. They're not as exciting.
Oh, you liar. Why? We always get
I got
sucked
2 more.
in.
Look at this. Look at this. Dark Horse's Star Wars books. Knights
That
of the
would
Republic.
Tacoma would freak out. He may
Right.
have it though.
Not easy books to find. You know, the Dark Horse stuff, there was a lot of crap. It did turn kind of crap at the end. But still really beautiful stories and fun books. Actually, I lied. That was the last one.
More lies, lies upon lies.
I'm just going to keep you on screen until it reaches 50 minutes because I know
That's
you're
it.
going to pull something else out.
That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got.
remember when I could get my lightsaber up that high.
I do have that Robin cover, but I'm not going to run out and dig it out. I'll the one with the cum gutters. I'll bring it out next time.
All right, I guess it's my turn. So here we go. One of these I got last week, but something else just also. Oh, wait first.
Ooh,
No,
oil
just-
gutters.
This isn't tapping the vein, but this is a Clive Barker, Son of
Yeah,
Celluloid.
those are great, man.
I love Clive Barker, and I only just found out recently that he did something else where it was Hellraiser Carrot. Ooh,
Nice.
stopped me in my tracks.
Yeah. This one is funny. He's like Godzilla.
Second to last issue. Nice.
And I also happened to get these in. I forgot. Like, I won this one for getting second place.
You showed us that. I'm mad at you for winning that.
And then I won the Jigs sent me this for $10.
Oh my
Nice.
God. What? Okay. Can I ask? Jake seems to just give away things. Why does he do that all the time?
Well, mostly it's because he doesn't want shit.
But why?
So
do you
I
lot
can
of
feel
stuff.
that question. He's going to be doing it again apparently tomorrow night. So anybody that isn't subbed up to Jig's Kingdom, go and make sure you do that, because once he has enough alcohol, and it's not like he's a lightweight,
He's like,
but
"Pay me
he
$10
needs to get rid of stuff
I'm
for
gonna give
making
you-
room
yeah.
for better stuff.
And he's got kids and he's getting new hobbies.
You
And so
send-
like, I need room. Do what you want, bro.
Yeah, he needs it for his liquor. He's
It's
getting
your
into
life.
the bourbon business. So for $10, he's going, if you send me a $10 super chat, I will send you a slab. If you give me 4 $10 super chats or $40, I'll give you 5 slabs and a couple regular raw books. I showed him last week. Pay attention. He'll be going live tomorrow night. Jig's Kingdom.
But shipping costs
So
more than that. He's losing money.
Yeah,
on it.
but he just wants to get rid of it. He doesn't care.
It's getting rid of space.
Yeah.
He wants the space.
It's like what I did with that guy, Jay Bulbarula, a couple of years ago, where I was getting rid of 8 long boxes of just mostly new books, and I wound up buying a bunch of them back, like Avengers Academy, because I was an idiot. But we all live and learn, right? So this is something I've been looking for 3 decades. It's the first appearance of Death's Head, and for people who don't know who that is, he was in American comics for a short period of time until Marvel editors realized, hey, wasn't that also the name of a Nazi Panzer Division during World War II? Yeah, maybe we can't have a character like this. Fast forward about 4 years or so, here's Death's Head 2. So they don't learn their lesson. They never learn their lesson. So he's not on the cover, but this is a pretty cover, and it was always difficult to find. I got it for under $100, a lot less than $100, and it's in pretty decent condition too. But he's not on the cover, so I had to do my research. What's his first cover? If this is 113, when does he appear next? Well, he appears in a couple more issues, but it's not until issue 117 that he appears on the cover. For Good, the Mad, and the Ugly. And this is the period of time right after the movie came out. And the writer, Simon Furman, didn't exactly know where the direction would be heading. So he kind of made up his own stories. So you had Rodimus become Rodimus Prime. Regular Prime is dead. Galvatron was Megatron. Now he's Galvatron. And here's Death's Head, who's not necessarily a bounty hunter, but he will take on a job and will see it through no matter what. And there he
like
is.
Peacemaker.
Like Peacemaker, exactly. Well, it's just a matter of time before we get this character back again, because he has a cool looking design.
He looks very.
But he also was very so British that right after Transformers, he appeared next in Doctor Who.
Oh.
Burr, burr, burr,
How
burr.
that makes sense, I can't make sense of that. But eventually they did shrink him so he wasn't huge. Oh, what am I looking at here?
Fucking fidget spinner.
Yeah,
I have
my
it for
head's
my
nice.
fucking. I just keep it in my pocket. It's little and it's not like big and annoying. I'm just being a kid. Go back to you. I'm being annoying.
I still have one of those fidget spinners from the beginning of the pandemic where
Just
everyone was
deal
getting them. All right, next up. Batman Captain America, since they're doing all these new versions of team ups from different companies, this was one of the originals with a John Byrne cover where it's not all sexual.
What?
Or is it?
He never does sexual stuff.
They're all sexual. He was a kinkster.
Especially with She-Hulk. He was just like...
Yeah, he went a little
She-Hulk and Sue Storm. Now, you might notice this isn't in the bag because I take all my comics out of my bag. Why do I do that? You can tune in tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. is when I drop my comic collecting tips. And the comic collecting tip number 10 is take all of your comics out of the poly bag and the blind bag. Why? There's a line that goes down every one of those back of the bags and it will imprint on the book. And if it's been in that poly bag for a long period of time in humidity, it'll impress itself on the book. So I did that video and that's why this is out of the bag. First
Do
appearance.
I have to watch that video now?
I guess not. But for people that are watching it, well, at least you know what to expect tomorrow morning. I did at least put it in the bag. It's in the back with all the crap. And yes, they do decay.
Whoa.
Oh, hey, what's that? I don't know where this came from.
Hello.
So here's the first appearance of not necessarily Animal Man, but he is Animal Man. It's Buddy Baker.
Animal Man.
It takes a little while before he gets into costume. It doesn't happen this issue. I think that's issue 190 that I got earlier this year, but hey, I was a huge fan, still am, of Grant Morrison, and they are still writing banger comics. And if James Gunn wants to do a project with a little bit of whimsy, you couldn't do any worse than using Animal Man, right? Or Doom Patrol. Well, we had a Doom Patrol series. We haven't had an Animal Man yet. And that is an amazing series with Brian Bolland covers from way back when in the 80s.
Oh.
Yeah, your copy's nicer. Mine has some kid put their initials in a black magic marker like 30 years ago.
Ah.
Here's the reason that he doesn't show up in costume. Look at the price. What period of time was this?
Silva.
So they weren't entirely certain if superheroes were really going to come back. They were still doing a lot of adventurer type books at this point. So Buddy Baker wasn't really sure if he was ever going to show up in a costume. He does, but they weren't sure if he was going to.
It's kind of like Animal Man, where he shows up first with no costume. It's just one of the scary monster stories. And then, hey, I think these superhero books are starting to hit. Maybe we should start doing more of those. So I guess this is how you got Animal Man and Ant-Man. Huh. And there you have it. This was a pickup most recently because now that the show's over, I went, well, they did introduce Checkmate, but where does Checkmate make its first appearance? It's in an Action Comics where it has a nuclear explosion on it and they misspell the word Metropolis.
Now that is Mike Grell.
This is definitely Mike Grell. And not only that, but the Agency makes its first appearance here. The Agency later goes on to become Checkmate. This is the first time that Vigilante and Peacemaker meet. This is also when Dave Wilson, the second Vigilante, is murdered all to shit by Peacemaker, and Adrian Chase takes on the role again. And the actor's name is Freddie Stroma, and people that have watched the series, the original actor that was cast as Vigilante was a completely different actor all the way up until pretty much after a couple episodes were shot. So in the first few episodes, that was a completely different actor. He needed to get the actor right from this to make him feel like he had a bit of the on the spectrum autism. And it paid off, and it made it all the better for the series. But those were all my back issue pickups. We're almost an hour in. Do you want to talk about the burning of comics?
Okay, burn some comics, Rob. Do it.
We're gonna burn comics. We don't have Whack here.
Whack, I sent you the link, but for those that aren't familiar with Whack Comics, I'm just going to play this.
I got Batman. If anyone wants to talk about Batman. Hello, do you like comic books? But I just wanted to show you my comic book collection. This is some of my...
Can I eat your ass?
Hey?
Can I eat your ass? Like, can I put my tongue in your butthole?
If you subscribe to Whack Comics, you can.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
And that's not even the funniest thing he's ever done. He's amazing. He's hysterical. He's great to watch. If you're not subscribed to Whack Comics, please do.
I miss you so much, man. You got to come on the show again. Wow. So earlier this week, I had shared a link to this into our group chat here, the Comic Book Burnings Project. For those of you who aren't familiar, if you don't mind me taking off on this one.
Please do.
For those of you who aren't familiar, here in America, every decade or so, we like to find ourselves a moral panic. And we like to blame all the ills, society's ills, all the bad stuff we can on something. About a decade ago, it was really focused on video games. About 20 years before that, it was really focused on rap music. And if we go back a little bit further before that, let's be honest, in the 60s, it was focused on women having rights. And but even before that, here we have the 50s. Really kind of during World War II, although it was a big focus, but right after World War II, after we defeated the Nazis, a group of people who burned books and murdered millions of people, we started burning books here in America. And you had a lot of these groups, PTA groups and, religious groups and a lot of youth groups too, even. There were Hitler Youth after all. Getting together, finding comics they found objectionable and having these giant burn your comics parties where they would just throw comics in there and burn them. Now, what you see there on the screen is a Tales from the Crypt. There's some argument to be made there that was probably pretty objectionable material to be put out next to superhero comics for kids. But, you got a weird science there. It doesn't look like a Wally Wood cover. But they burned all these kinds of comics, and this kind of culminated in Friedrich Wertham's Seduction of the Innocent, which was a book published by, we'll call him a doctor because technically he is one or was one, who wrote a study that linked, again, all of society's ills back to comics. And there was even a House Select Committee that was hauling these comic book publishers in front of Congress and making them testify about their product. And comic book companies, being terrified that they were going to lose their business, decided to self-censor by creating the Comics Code Authority, which is that stamp you saw in comics for decades following that.
And what we have on the screen right now is Frederick Wertham looking like somebody kicked his puppy reading a comic book that's clearly for delinquents.
Clearly. Boy, I'd like to have that comic. That's a hard one to find. There was a lot of things that he found objectionable. One of the reasons that you can't find, or one of the reasons that the Golden Age Phantom Lady comics are so expensive is because one of those books was in Friedrich Wertham's Seduction of the Innocent, which was his propagandistic take on how comics were poisoning the minds of children.
Kind of like Reefer Madness.
Kind of like Reefer Madness. Yeah. Now, he actually, I don't know if he coined the phrase, but he certainly used it in the book because I've read it. I had a copy. I meant to grab it. Headlight covers. And, Phantom Lady was very famous for that. Headlight covers where she would have erect nipples pushing against her blouse. And they said this aroused young boys and led them to juvenile delinquency and rape and murder and, jaywalking. All the big crimes, you see. All of this moral panic led to lots of well-documented burnings of comics. And we found this article here, which documents the burnings, the Comic Book Burnings Project here. It documents all these different burnings from throughout the country. I'm glad to say there was none in my town. But
there was. He probably just hasn't gotten to it yet.
It's possible.
This is his research from across Instagram, from across people that have submitted information with pictures from their hometowns, old articles, microfiche. And at the bottom of the website, he does have his email address, for which if you have any information that you do not find on this map, that you can submit this to him.
Yeah. And it's fascinating. There's newspaper articles, there's photographs, there's documentation of what groups were involved in this, and you think right there you see Sisters of St. Francis. There's definitely religious groups, but there were kids groups who wanted to do it. Who thought that comics were bad and that they needed to destroy them, not only participated but rounded up the comics themselves to burn them. Look, I think history is not kind to people who burn books for good reason. If you think a book is bad, then don't read it. If you're a parent and don't want your kid to read it, tell them not to read it. And then when they're an adult, they can decide whether or not they want to listen to you anymore. But burning of books throughout history has only ever been done by the bad guys. Now, whether or not you're actually a bad guy and you burned a book doesn't really matter, right? I mean, I read this thing recently that was a very good explanation on Nazis. Do you know what you call the German people that weren't anti-Semitic, but went along with things because they were worried about their economy, or they were worried about preserving their culture or their way of life? Do you know what they call those Germans?
Complicit.
No, they called them Nazis.
Appeasers.
Whether they were in the party and wearing the armband or not,
guilt by association.
If they lended the legitimacy to that group by backing it for any other reason, they're Nazis. And now I'm not going to call book burners here in America Nazis. I will say, however, they were clearly on the wrong side of history.
You have the right to burn books, but I don't think that it's conducive to a free and open society. If you want to go burn whatever book you want to in your backyard, go fucking burn it. But you can't deprive the populace at large from literature because of your opinion. That's just not the way it works.
Yeah, just because you have a literal book out there called Morning Glory Milking Farm that I keep telling people, please do not look that up. I don't want you to go burn it. I don't necessarily also say go read it. I'm just saying, if anything, let other people have the decision to make for themselves before you take it away from others.
Imposing your morality on other people is not cool. If you want to impose it on yourself, by all means, live your life according to your scruples and whatever. But to assume that someone else has to live the way that you live, that's fucking hubris and stupidity, and just no. That's not how the world works. No. Grow up.
Now, another thing is that I want to try and get the creator of this website. His name is Brian Puaka. You will see at the bottom of this that he is from a university. This is one of his big projects that he's been putting together over this period of time. And up until now, you've had articles written about this period of time, but never before have you really had somebody put together all this information to compile. And this does help for people that try and keep the CGC census to figure out how many books are actually out there remaining of any of this stuff. And when you're seeing the variety of different places setting this stuff on fire, where you can see the approximate volume of some of this stuff, you can have a better idea of how much stuff truly exists anymore. And the last burning happened in 1956, which was after the Seduction of the Innocent book, after the congressional hearings. And even up till today, you wound up having in the past Mr. Rogers that was against comic books until Stan Lee sat down, talked to him, showing that, hey, we can use this for a product of good to educate children by using nickel and dime words where it embiggens their vocabulary.
Exactly.
So for all the bads, there's also the positives, but before we even had the self-censorship of the comics code, you had people self-censoring because in many areas around the country, they were banning particular comics from being sold at newsstands. And others went, well, if this newsstand is carrying it, and I noticed that my little son Johnny brought home a copy of Weird Tales, I'm going to need to set that on fire at my church. There was even a story where way back in even just a couple years ago, somebody was doing demolition work on a home, and it was an old home. And as they were demoing part of the stairs, this guy pulled out a copy of Action Comics #1. And he knew what it was right away. He brought it home to tell his family, hey, this thing went for almost $1 million a little while ago. And that was about 10 years ago. And his mother-in-law went, let me see that, yanked it out of his hands, ripped the cover, and $1 million plus book dropped to like maybe 300, maybe 800,000 today. But it just showed that that kid had the wherewithal to know, hey, this is going to be big one day, and he squirreled it away. But other books were not as lucky. And coming up down here at the end, these are all the articles that Brian put together. And he is somebody we want to have on our show coming up sometime soon, if for anything, just to drill down what he's trying to do, what he wants to accomplish. And maybe some of you out there have some information or news articles or microfiche, or know somebody that does and can contribute to this, because this is a worthwhile endeavor to show the history of our beloved subject matter. This is our history as comics.
Yeah, well, we're not having any state-sponsored book burnings, but we're certainly having book bannings by local governments and boards of education, where parents are trying to impose their morality, and school boards are going along with it, and they're getting rid of great pieces of literature.
Mouse. They were saying mouse is offensive.
And I just don't understand how the people who they're not the educators, they're their parents, right? So why don't you leave it to the educators to deem what's appropriate and what's not? And banning books is certainly not the way to enlightenment. Just telling your kid don't read it should be adequate enough.
Also, to be fair with taboos, it makes people go, well, I wasn't thinking about reading that before, but now that you told me not to, now I want to.
Yep.
That's all you do. It's similar to how when I grew up, we had this girl that lived in our building, and she was very pretty, but her parents would not allow her to go anywhere after school. Come home, you do your homework, you're not allowed to date. And when she hit about 15 years old, she was hanging around some guy and she got pregnant. Why did that happen? Because when you try and restrict your kids, it's not going to go the way you think.
Yeah. I just, and if I get a parent saying maybe you can't read certain books before a certain age, just because there are certain things that you can't conceptualize as a young person. And it's just you're not ready yet. You need to go through some stuff if at all possible. But I don't think you should bar your kid from any sort of literature. You need to let them be the judge, because at some point you have to say, my work here is done. They're going to have to use their own discretion as as an individual, and let them be the judge, but don't take things away.
The second you start banning things, it just opens the door for people to go, well, I might not be able to get that at my library, but let me see about Amazon. People will always find a way to read something. So if you try and set it on fire, yeah, you might take out a couple copies in circulation, but people will find those things that they want to consume. So it's called the Streisand effect. If you want it to go away, you don't talk about it. But if you want to amplify it, just start talking about it. We're seeing this happening right now in our administration currently. And, one day we're going to be on here and we're going to be doing this show and we'll be right in the middle of just a particular sentence. And all of a sudden, we'll just be on this show. And one day